rich guy, poor girl trope. And the poor girl always has the latest Samsung phone. Oh man, the Samsung phone. Okay, let me find this first. Rich guy, poor girl. Okay. Yeah, I remember. I'm sorry. It's just that the Samsung phone thing is really funny because, what drama was it? I think it. Oh, and I think I can say the name of the drama. Forget it. It might be a spoiler. Okay, so there's this certain. It's not. I don't think it's a certain drama. I think it's already like been a thing for some time. But there's this certain drama that I remember. That it was the storyline of, everybody else is rich but the protagonist, the female lead, and she's going to interact with all these rich people on a daily basis. She's poor, but she has the latest Samsung phone. I just remember that drama and I'm like, is that her phone was newer than mine, okay? But I'm like, what's going on? I don't know about that, but yeah, it's always the poor girl with the latest Samsung phone. Oh man, this is tricky. I don't particularly like it. I don't particularly care for it. I think it's boring. I understand how, like, in school settings, a lot of times, like, that's how it's presented, like, oh, the popular kids have more money, and then the scholarship kids have less money, yada yada yada, and all that stuff. Or like the transfer student has the opportunity to be a student in this prestigious academy and all that stuff. But like, I just find it really boring. So I'm gonna put it here. I'm gonna put it is okay, but sometimes not enough, because honestly, if it's there, like if it's I think I'm okay with the school setting more than like the real life setting, like, society, you're in society, you're working, etc., etc. That's where I'm like, why, what for, don't really get it, kind of don't care for it. In a school setting, I think I am okay with it more. And yeah, probably it's because I've seen a lot of like manga based dramas where like that kind of happens, and I'm okay with it. It doesn't bother me that much. But yeah, like sometimes it's just not enough. I think it's not enough anymore. It's just not enough to like grab my attention. Like when I read like synopsis and things like that, I'm like, oh wow, a rich guy and she's poor. Oh my god. Like, no, I don't care anymore. It's like, okay, well, okay, got it. Like, he's a chaebol and she's a working class. Okay, sure, but what else is there? Like, there has to be much more going on in the story. There has to be another element or 2 or 3 other elements to like really get me interested. Yeah, I don't really care for that trope, so I'm gonna leave it there. I guess that one was pretty easy to categorize. Okay, there's only 5 left, so let's go with the next one. Number 10 is chubby / nerd girl turned skinny / pretty girl. Yeah, okay. This one. Never here. Never in the first 2, never. I'm in between lazy and unnecessary and no more, delete, let it go. And I'm kind of feeling the no more, delete, and let it go. It's just, oh god, the ones I've seen, and I've seen them thinking that maybe they can do something different, and this is why I don't watch them anymore. I really don't understand. I mean, I understand why. I understand why they're made. I understand, all these elements and about like attractiveness and all that, and usually, what people like, the standards of beauty in different places, and what weight has to do with that, like being a certain size, being slimmer, and all that. And I feel like that's like very personal, and it's just a conversation that everybody has to have within themselves. But it's always the same thing. It's always like the chubby girl who like no one pays attention to, or is bullied because she's chubby, and then something really bad happens and she loses a lot of weight, or she feels like she has to lose weight, and then all of a sudden obviously she's attractive, wow, and you know, people start to like her, etc., etc. Or like the nerdy girl who's like really smart, or she wears glasses, and then she transforms into the pretty girl who wears like, she takes off her glasses, like she was always pretty, she just needed to take off her glasses and like some skincare or whatever, but like, yeah, takes off her glasses, puts on makeup, ooh, pretty girl, and all of a sudden like she's worthy of attention, appreciation, and like respect and decency, etc., etc. And I hate everything that has to do with that. Like, I know it's very sensitive, it's a very sensitive topic, but I hate that it's always going from one side to the other, and on the other side is always the slimmer side, is always the, well, slimmer by the society, well, depending on, you know, the society you're talking about, because, you know, sizes are measured differently everywhere. But like, it's always, oh, the chubby girl becomes slimmer and more positive stuff happens. And then the nerdy girl becomes pretty makeup and fashion stuff type of girl. And now she's like getting all the love and respect and all of that. It's like, couldn't you do a storyline where the chubby girl is still chubby and there are people around her who like respect her for who she is and appreciate her for who she is, and see her for more than just her size, because like she is literally a person with thoughts and feelings, and so that, you know, that should matter, not her size. Like, her size shouldn't be the first, her size shouldn't be what you consider when it comes to like, oh, should I respect her, should I care for her, should I get to know her first. Like, couldn't you just do a drama where she's chubby and like she just goes through life like everybody else? Like, there's so many other dramas where it's just like, it's just that, it's just a slice of life. There's various situations, there's like romance, comedy, youth dramas, there's like fantasy, there's normal dramas, people going to work, people meeting other people studying, like, you know, like just that type of drama. Couldn't it just be that, just a chubby girl going through life? Like, I don't understand why there's always this need to like transform the person physically. And also, like with the nerdy girl, let the girl wear glasses, let her be super smart, let her find genuine people around her that care for her, you know, and admire her talent and her dedication and like her intelligence, etc. And just the same thing on the other side, like let the slim girl, like the attractive pretty girl, be appreciated for who she is as a person versus treated as something to be acquired, as, you know, a trophy, something pretty, something to show off. Like, let her also be treated as a person with feelings and thoughts, and, you know, that should be respected and cared for. Like, how hard is it to just portray people for who they are naturally without having to force a transformation on them? Why, if there is ever going to be a transformation, it should be like, how do I say, I would feel more comfortable with it, I would like it more if it was naturally, you know, instead of it being like an ultimatum. Yeah, I think that's the word, an ultimatum. That's the problem. It's always an ultimatum. So yeah, to me, how that trope is executed, I would delete it. Like, I have it on the last tier for a reason. It just really frustrates me. It's so much potential, you know, because a lot of characters like have like this super cool, quirky, like interesting personality, and then it's like overlooked for aesthetics or whatnot. Number 11 is, what does it say here? Always an umbrella when you need it. Oh my god, wait a minute. There's always an umbrella. Okay, wait, I got too excited. Okay, this no doubt about it, this is a love it, thank you. This is a love it, thank you trope. I have no problem with umbrellas. let them be umbrellas for days. Like, everybody needs an umbrella. I personally don't like to get wet because I get sick really easily. So give me an umbrella. Do you have an umbrella? Let's share an umbrella. Different colored umbrellas. I know the yellow umbrella in K-dramas is always going to be top tier. She is a legend. She is iconic. The yellow umbrella will forever like live in our minds and our hearts. I love the yellow umbrella in K-dramas. So many pretty, beautiful scenes. So many necessary scenes in K-dramas. And yeah, the yellow umbrella is always necessary. I have no problem with the yellow umbrella. I like it when they change it up. I like it when they use like other colors. Especially, there's this one drama. I'm not gonna spoil it. There's this one drama where they used a transparent umbrella, and the scene is just very beautiful because they use like different colors around the protagonist. I'm trying not to give so many details. But yeah, it's just very beautiful, the scenery. Like, it was a zoomed in, very intimate scene. But it was very endearing as well. But the colors, like the production of that scene was just very beautiful because like the transparent umbrella over them, and like, was it raining? Was that the colors? Maybe that, I don't know. I think there was like raining, but like there was like shimmery of like the colors, and then her outfit as well had like the symbolism to it. It was just all very well executed. But yeah, I love umbrellas. I have no problem with the umbrella trope. The like, let's share an umbrella together. Sure, that's fine. Oh, here's an umbrella, don't get wet, and they run off. That's fine too. Like, it happens to people in real life. I feel like it happens to people in real life. Some scenes are just like passing by scenes. They're not really that elaborate. Other scenes are just very well executed. It works for like enabling endearing moments and things like that. Maybe I'm just biased, who knows. I have no problems with the umbrella. Let the umbrella always be there when needed. So yeah, okay, so there's only 3 tiers left, and I said this video wasn't gonna be long, and forget it. I don't even know how long this is gonna be, but I'm having a blast, so I don't mind. Okay, so there's 3 left. Let's go with the, no, wait a minute, there's 4 left. Oh, I'm sorry, there's 4 left. I can't see. Okay, 4 left. Next one is wrist grabbing. Wrist grabbing. Okay, here it is. The wrist grab. This one really doesn't need any explanation. I don't think so. It's going in the last tier. No more delete. Let it go. I don't know how many times I have to say this. I don't want to see this anymore. Never, ever in my life. Please stop grabbing people, stop grabbing women's wrists, stop turning them around forcefully, stop pulling them and dragging them places. It's not respectful, it's not attractive, it's not funny, it's not entertaining, it doesn't do anything for the story, it just makes me annoyed, it makes me mad. Please stop grabbing people's wrists. It's unnecessary. I don't understand why this was even a thing in the first place. Oh my god, I remember the first dramas I used to watch. This used to come out so much. And it was always the male lead with the female lead. So much. And I'm like, if you don't... please, just... Oh my god, wait. But there's this one drama. And I talked about it before. I talked about it with the rich guy, poor girl scenario. There's this drama, it's that same drama where I think, was it the male lead? I think the male lead grabbed the female lead's wrist and she yanked her arm out of his hold, and I was like, oh my god! And I had to pause and like, I was so happy. I was like, oh my god, finally someone, because I had never seen someone do that, especially a female lead. And I think it's the same drama I'm talking about with the rich guy, poor girl. If not, it's fine. But it's the first time I saw a female lead yank her arm out of the male lead's grasp, and I was like, thank you. I was just so happy, like finally someone, because honestly in that situation, most people wouldn't let themselves be grabbed or be like dragged somewhere, most people would actually try to do something to get their like arm away from like, you know, the grip of the person who's trying to drag them. Yeah, I think it was the first time I saw it. I was just so happy. I was like, finally someone who fought back. This trope, please eliminate it, let it go. It's not fun, it's not okay. Stop touching people without consent. Stop grabbing people, yanking them, pulling on them. Just stop. So yeah, let it go. Delete it. Let's go. Adios. The next one is bromance and cismance. I had to look this up because I was like, I've never heard the equivalent to bromance. Like, I was like, am I saying this right or am I writing this right? But yeah, bromance and cismance. Personally, I think I love it. And I think I'm grateful for it. And I like it, like, based on the dramas that I've seen. I really like it because it's just the dynamic between, like, the friendships. I love it, especially when it just contributes so much to the story. A lot of times, they're always, like, the comedic relief. Especially when it comes to bromances. It's like, they contribute to, like, the comedy of the drama, or like endearing moments. And when it comes to like the cismans, like, I always love when that the female lead has such a like strong bond or strong friendship with another female character. It just adds so much like story and heart to the storyline of the drama, and I've always just really enjoyed it, especially when it's like the female lead and the secondary female lead, or like it's the female lead and her best friend, or like the female lead and a colleague, or like the female lead and her sister. I just really like that. It's just I really like how, and I've seen this a lot like in J dramas usually, and like in Taiwan dramas. I've really enjoyed like the friendship. I always like it when there's always a best friend involved when it comes to like the female lead. It's always like have her back and always be there for her. And sometimes they're like more like in the background, or other times they're like more spunky and more charismatic. But it's just the friendship is always just very endearing, and I like how a lot of times like they help each other grow as people. It's not like I enjoy it more like when the female lead or like the male lead isn't just the focus. Like they're not there to just build up the lead's character and then lead them to the side when, you know, they no longer lead them. Like they have a storyline, the leads have a storyline, and they both complement each other. And yeah, I just really like when it's done right, because sometimes it could just be like they're used as just instruments to like uplift the leads, and then they're left out, or you don't see them anymore, or they're not really developed. So yeah, personally, I'm gonna leave it on the top tier because I enjoy it. Let's see. Last two are moves abroad, forgets how to use a phone. Okay. Wow, that was very specific and straight to the point. Okay, so moves abroad and forgets how to use a phone. This I'm gonna put, and I don't. It's the same thing that happens with the car and the motorcycle accidents and the truck accidents and all that. Usually this happens, like, that I've seen. This happens towards the end of the dramas. So, like, once again, something needs to happen just to, like, shake things up. Even though, like, literally everything is just coming to a close, but they want to shake things up just one last time, just for the heck of it. So that's why I'm going to leave it in the lazy and unnecessary. Because, okay, honestly, you're moving abroad, you don't see each other for 2 or 3 years, and then you come back, and then you expect us to see them get back together in 2 or 3 in 2 episodes, or like the last episode, or 1.5 episodes. But like they've had no communication during these years that this person was abroad or moved away. It's like, so why was there no communication in the first place? If you're gonna do all this, right, And if you're gonna force it so much in the last episode or two, right? You're not gonna let it like you're not gonna let them reconnect. You just want to smash them together and get them together before the drama ends, because we gotta stick that ending. The ending has to be good. The fans have to like it, I guess. If you're gonna do all that, why the lack of communication? Like, you can't tell me these dramas that are based in 2020, 2021, whatever. You can't tell me that all of a sudden everybody forgot how to use a phone. Everybody forgot how to use social media. There's no emails. I'm not going to call you or anything. No letters, no nothing. It's just no communication. And then they get back. This person gets back to the country. And then all of a sudden, I'm supposed to believe that in the 2 or 3 or 5 or whatever years that they were apart, there was no communication whatsoever. They haven't changed as people. And they're just gonna get back together. In the last episode, they're gonna get back together because, it makes sense. Why? Like, why? I just find that so unnecessary. Like, if they're gonna go abroad, do it at the end. Like, okay, they're gonna go abroad, it's the last thing that you see, and it's an open ending. Leave it an open ending. Like, they might stay together, or they might not stay together, but at least it's an open ending, and we see like them develop as people and develop their relationship, and then at the end, who knows what's gonna happen? There could be a breakup or not, but I'm sure that if they're gonna try, now I remember, there's a drama who did this. I think in the middle of the drama, and even though I wasn't rooting for him. So in the middle of the drama, was it the middle or maybe towards, not the ending, it was kind of the middle, or maybe 3/4 of the way, something around there. I think he goes abroad. Oh my god, I forgot. What is it? I think he goes abroad, or goes like someplace else, not far away, but someplace else other than the hometown where they studied or lived in, and they tried to do a long distance relationship and all that, but then it didn't work out, and little by little they started losing communication. They spoke less and less. It wasn't like abruptly at first, and then all of a sudden the communication stopped, and then he moved back, I think, or something like that, and then they reconnected, and then little by little, they got back together, whatever. I wasn't rooting for him, but, it was slowly but surely, and it wasn't done at the last minute. There, I was okay with it. Even if I wasn't rooting for him, I was okay with it, because at least you saw that they tried the relationship and they communicated little by little, and then they lost it, and then they got back together again. I mean, they were in the same place or nearby, and then little by little they reconnected. I understand that. And I get that. Like, I rather the open endings, because the open endings, you could just imagine a whole bunch of things happening, and you could like more or less base an assumption on how the characters were developed, or you could just do whatever you want and just like invent an all ending for you, or write a fan fiction. I don't know, whatever people do. Like, usually I enjoy fan fiction, so I wouldn't mind. Last one, finally, Marley fell asleep. Okay, and this one I know where I'm gonna put it. This is the gender bender girl disguised as guy, and I just said I don't know where I'm gonna put it, and now here I go doubting myself again. I'm gonna put love it and thank you. Because even though sometimes things are done that I'm like, could we make it a little bit better, I always enjoy it. Like, I've sat through so many gender benders. I love gender benders and reverse harems. Love them. But yeah, gender bender, definitely when it's girl, disguised as the guy. I love it. I'm thankful for it. I've enjoyed so many, gender bender dramas from a lot of places, especially the first ones like Hanakimi. I don't know if you guys, Hanakimi is super, super old. Well, not super, super old, but when did it come out? I think 2007. Was it 2007? I don't know. Okay, it came out way before 2009, like before that, because I remember I it took some time for me to like find a good quality to watch it. But like Hanakimi with like Ella Chen and Jiro Wang and Wu Chun. Like if you guys know SHE and like Fahrenheit, the groups like Mando pop groups, C-pop groups. Yeah, basically like I think that was the first gender bender that I watched, and then I watched a couple of more like all around, and I always enjoy them. Like it's always like funny, especially You're Beautiful and all the renditions they've done, like all the adaptations they've done of You're Beautiful. I've enjoyed them. I think my favorite is Taiwan, and I didn't think there would be any to like top You're Beautiful, because I really enjoyed You're Beautiful, but I think Jiro Wan's version, the Taiwan version, I think it won. In my heart, it won. But yeah, I just always love it. It's always like, unrealistic, totally unrealistic. This girl who has to dress as a guy, and this is the annoying part. It's always, sometimes it's like, oh, and I think, okay. There's the way Seguks do it, the historical dramas do it, that I like, which is I've seen some where, they have to dress as guys because obviously in that era women weren't allowed to like work certain places or study in certain like institutions and things like that. Like women were not allowed to do a lot of things, and so to be able to like work somewhere or study somewhere, or just like to be able to get closer to their dreams or like protect someone, etc., they have to like dress as a guy to be able to do so. That I'm okay with. That I always enjoy. I think, what was it, the first one that, okay, I think You're Beautiful was it You're Beautiful, or was it Sung Kyung Kwan Scandal? Because Sung Kyung Kwan Scandal had Junki, it had Inna, I don't know which one was first, but I really enjoyed that one. Like I really enjoy when historical dramas do that, where okay, there's a gender bender, but like there's a reason behind it. There's something more than just the typical, oh, she wants to get close to a guy or something, and so she's gonna dress as a guy to get in this institution or something, and put herself in so many dangerous situations. That's why I think sometimes I was just really frustrated, because like you gotta do all this for a guy. Like really for a guy, you're gonna put yourself in this vulnerable, dangerous situation, because honestly, yeah, in dramas like we always have the couple of jerks, but like the majority are always portrayed as nice people. So like there's less of a threat. But thinking about it, it's like this is too much of a risk. Like I'm always just worried about them. Like you're doing all this, but you're like trapped in this place and vulnerable and like, please, like all for a guy, please no, please no, please no. So I'm like, okay, well, they're young and they like the guy, but I'm also like, please put yourself first and get yourself out of these dangerous situations. But I just watch it anyway. Just really curious about how they're gonna develop the story. Like it's just the synopsis, like just that idea of, okay, dressing up because she likes a guy, yeah. Okay, but what else is there? Like what about the second lead? What about like the best friends? What about like the institution? What's gonna happen? Like there's always these like crazy scenarios that take place, and like I don't know, it's just very entertaining, very goofy. But yeah, I do enjoy how historical dramas do it best. Yeah, I think those are like, oh my god. And then it's more suspenseful because like the stakes are higher, because they could get like in prison, executed, and other things that are really, really bad as well. So like, yeah, I think I prefer like how historical dramas do it, but definitely one of my favorites. Like gender benders, I've always loved them. I've always like really enjoyed them. But it's been a while since I've seen one though. I think I found one from Thailand or from the Philippines. I have to check because I found it on YouTube, and it was just like it was a trailer, and it didn't have like a link to watch it or anything like that. But it was a gender bender, but it was like fantasy as well. It was like the girl fell into a pond or something, or like a river, and then she turned into a guy. It was some crazy thing like that. It was something crazy like that. If I understood correctly, if that was what was happening, and I understood that correctly, that's basically what happened. Like, she fell into a river, and then she came out a boy, and then to be able to transform, she transforms back and forth by jumping into the river, something like that. But yeah, I was like, oh, this is new. I've never seen nothing about people jumping in. Well, there's Rama and a half about, all those ponds in that training place. Oh, what if it was inspired by that? Okay, guys, so that's it for my K-drama tropes ranking video. Thank you so very much for watching. I really enjoyed doing this. I really enjoyed talking about all these tropes, and not only from K-dramas. Like I said, I've seen these tropes in like all dramas from like Taiwan, Japan, Thailand, etc. And so yeah, it's just really nice to sit down and finally figure out how to like do a screen recording video and a webcam video at the same time. I'm looking at my monitor and also at my webcam, like between the both of them. But I'm just so happy because I've always wanted to do this. I had never like figured out how to do it, but now I just can't wait to do more videos like this. Comment down below if there's other tropes that you've always seen in K-dramas, and tell me, like, based on these rankings, like based on the tiers that I have, tell me the trope and which one of these rankings you would actually put them under. And if you want to talk a little bit more, explain to me why. That would be like super awesome, just to get to know more Asian drama fans, and like get to know other tropes that like people like or dislike, or like just get to know each other. And yeah, for us to like have a conversation in the comment section below. So yeah, leave a comment. Don't forget to like the video if you liked it. Don't forget to share with other Asian drama fans like us. And if you'd like to stay tuned to all the new videos I'm going to be uploading as part of my 12 Christmas Days of Hallyu series, you guys can subscribe. If you like tomorrow's video, what's tomorrow's video? I have a list here. Tomorrow's video is a review video. I'm going to be reviewing the service so there's this service called Korean Buddy. I used it a couple of months ago to get some stuff from South Korea. And yeah, I'm going to do like a review video about it, just in case anybody is interested in like buying stuff from Korea but from stores that like don't have international shipping. That's a service that I use, and I'm going to be reviewing and also unboxing what I got. I got some Monster X merch. So yeah, thank you so very much for watching. Thank you to all the new subscribers, and I hope to see you guys very soon with another video here on Outspoken Artistry. Bye!